Welcome back to Total Party Kill, the podcast where I do an introduction very similar to the introduction Jason Snell just did. I'm your Dungeon Master, Tony Sindelar. We're returning to our UK TPK adventures. Let me introduce our players, starting not in the UK. It's Jason Snell.
Hi, I am very not in the UK, but I am also playing Furion, the elf wizard.
Considerably more in the UK, it's James Thompson.
I'm in Scotland, and I am playing Nox, who is a dragonborn bard with many a cunning plan.
Also here, Lisbeth Miles. Or Liz Miles.
Hello, I am also in the UK, but a more rural part of it than James. And I'm playing Velo, a human warlock who likes to set fire.
And it's Mike Hurley.
Hello, I'm from jolly old England, and I'm playing Maximilian Thundercliff, the half-orc noble man who would prefer not to hurt anyone, but he's big and strong.
And somewhere nearby, it's Adina Hurley.
Hello, I am playing Olena, and Olena is very keen to use her 1,000 ball bearings in a comedic yet deathly scene, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. Also representing the UK.
It's comedic when it happens to my creatures. It's tragedy when it happens to you.
I'm shocked that you would spoil the end of Game of Thrones like that.
And
Who would have thought it was ball bearings?
Last but not least, joining us not from the UK, it's Tiff Arment.
From New York, right? El Scorcho, the tiefling druid with a friendly animal friend, Fox the weasel.
I love El Scorcho's catchphrase. Taxi? Taxi? There's never a taxi.
And special guest star from the Sunless Citadel himself, it's Meepo as Meepo. Possibly in his final appearance.
We're doing a season exit for Meepo, everyone.
Meepo.
Meepo.
So,
previously on Total Party Kill. Meepo, no!
Meepo, no.
And now.
Previously on Total Party Kill, Meepo, no. While exploring a goblin warren in search of some missing adventures, seeking them for a promised reward, our adventurers expertly scammed their way past a series of goblin guards using magic and trickery and just all kinds of very clever problem solving. Unfortunately, they also paraded a kobold, who in this situation is kind of the mortal enemy of the goblins, right into a room full of goblins, and the goblins have taken a shot at Meepo. So let's resolve that first. That seems important. So I went in and gave the goblins names. They're all adorable. And this could be a huge cliffhanger, or this could be very abrupt. I forget. Did I give one of you Meepo's stat block, or do I have it? I mean, I
think it didn't work last time, so you have it.
I have it. So, the goblin, I don't think you've been formally introduced, but his name is Blath. And he has been hanging out in this archery range here, and so he's already carrying a short bow, and he has knocked and let loose an arrow at Meepo. And unfortunately, I did check how much damage a goblin short bow does in advance, and I compared that to how many hit points Meepo has. They are a very similar number. So,
what a surprise!
Yeah.
Please don't kill Meepo. Please don't kill Meepo.
Should we strategize before this dice is rolled?
100%, yes.
I feel like it's needed.
No, let's just go for it. And
you can strategize if you want. I mean, I'm going to roll the die no matter what. The die is happening.
So, okay.
The die is cast.
So just to confirm, which goblin has actually fired the arrow?
This is Blath, in the upper right corner of the archery range.
Okay. Why do all the goblins sound like IKEA furniture?
Yes, just to reconnect you with the geography of this room. One of the goblins, I believe you had basically conned him into escorting you to his leader, and he was leading you through a storage room. I've given him the name of Napflush. Was leading you. Clubs and Ox are your goblin friends who you have charmed. It's going to be interesting to see how they deal with this whole situation. But the two other goblin guards, Clumtox and Blath, are still, somewhat, they have not been magically persuaded. So Blath has taken a shot at Meepo, who was at the end of your parade of adventures. So So some of you, so Maximilian, you are in the room with
Yep.
Meepo and many goblins. The rest of you are in an adjoining storage room with a single goblin.
So, considering I am in the proximity, my thought was just to try and get in the way of the arrow.
Also, I'll just say we have 2 charmed goblin friends who could be potentially persuaded to leap and save their friend Meepo.
Yeah,
But I thought they were
yes.
work acquaintance level friends.
Yeah, friendly
Yeah.
acquaintance.
If I remember, it's like that work friend that
At
you
your
go out for drinks
workplace,
with.
if somebody
Yeah.
tries to kill somebody else, you're like, whatever.
Jason, that is the most self-employed thing I've ever heard. Yeah.
All of our places of work, we would try and save the people that were here because they typically are our families. But I'm not sure how that works in like a general office environment. So I'm willing to I reckon I could probably take the arrow and be fine.
But
So I'm willing to give it a jump.
If it was a choice between Max and Meepo,
Meepo.
Right, but like
no.
my expectation is I could take the hit points.
Yeah, go for it. Save our
what-
little Meepo friend.
Yeah.
So what I was thinking with Meepo is we could kind of sell him as a prisoner of ours. Not that
But
we're
it's
doing
late.
the same
It's too
gag
late
again.
at this point, right? The arrow's in the air.
Yeah, but I mean, we can say
Whoa, Arrow, slow down. Let's talk about this.
Yes.
Step
no.
one, arrow.
No,
Step
I'm
two.
saying
Can I do persuasion
after-
on the arrow?
I don't know.
On the-
Can you somehow involve rope in this situation?
possibly and a mage hand.
Yeah, I agree with your thinking, James, of how we resolve the situation after the arrow is taken care of. Like that we can maybe try and use whatever, but we need to resolve the in-flight arrow first, I think.
But if we can keep the tension up for the first 10 minutes of this, people are going to be so excited they'll be brought
Okay.
into this episode.
Yeah,
Let's-
if Meepo
what's your
dies in the
plan?
first 2 minutes, then that was not much of a cliffhanger, was it?
That's
Well,
true.
it was a Game of Thrones cliffhanger. Anyone can die.
I really don't want Meepo to die, personally.
I don't want you to die.
Yeah. So leap for it. It's the only plan we've got.
I
Go for
think
it.
I think I'll be fine.
We've literally
Famous
left
last
you
words.
alone in the room to decide. now.
And we're
Yes.
going to close the door and
There's
just
nothing
keep
to be
going.
Yeah, just close the door. And it's
Ella
like
just pushes me in.
Schrodinger's
That's the way
Meepo
that goes.
situation. We don't know. Yeah, you guys could just close the door and we could just go on with the adventure. Just leave
You'll
Max.
be fine.
and-
Yeah, I
Surrounded
feel like
by
there's
4
just
goblins.
close the door. There's
Nothing
no
could
way to
go
know what
wrong.
happened.
Yeah.
There's no way to know.
It's
let's
a sort of
confirm.
Schrodinger's Max. If we don't open the door, we don't know if he's dead.
Why do we want to keep Meepo, right?
He's both alive
Right?
and
He's
dead
cute
behind the
and
door.
Okay.
lovable and our friend.
So my
That's good.
thinking of Meepo is Meepo, I think, is going to be a liability when we get to the dragon because he's been
100%.
keeping that dragon locked up in a cage.
He's a liability right now.
Can
Yes,
we,
he is. He
can
is,
we
but-
tell
Keep
Meepo
being
to run through
leap
that
at the
door?
goddamn arrow, you monsters.
But what we could do with him is we could sell him to Dern as
What?
not sell him.
it's like-
No, not in the
Not in exchange of money, just as
not
an
in the
idea.
money sense.
Like
we
for
sell
goods or
Meepo
services.
as
Not for money.
he's the dragon whisperer, right?
Right.
So they've kidnapped this dragon. That dragon is probably not happy, whatever's happening. And we can say, we've brought this Meepo
Okay.
who can help with your dragon problem, because I'm assuming they're having
It's
a
a
dragon problem.
metaphorical selling, not a literal selling.
Yes, yes.
And none of
Okay.
this
Selling
will
him on
count unless
an
you
idea.
save Meepo.
Oh,
But I don't want to give another cunning plan this early in the episode. What we could do is we could say Meepo the Dragon Whisperer, last of his kind, because we've killed all the other kobolds. And
I like it.
you could just go
Okay,
in there
great plan.
and there'd be no
Save
problems
Meepo.
whatsoever.
This is a great plan predicated on the idea that Meepo doesn't get killed by this arrow.
Yeah.
What I'm
First
saying.
off, I need to deal with the arrow.
Try and
Okay.
save him.
well,
Thank
surely
you.
we have a healing potion, don't we?
Yeah, I don't
do
know
have
how.
that.
And
well,
healing spells, and Meepo can
Oh, yeah, I
survive
have a
it.
Okay, the
healing
longer
spell.
we talk about this, the more likely that arrow is just going to kill us in one shot.
I agree with all
According
of
to
that.
Murphy's Law.
We have healing, we have all of that, but I'm still willing to try and take the arrow
This-
first.
you can give
Heal
Meepo
me.
It is-
CPR.
spoilers for Hamilton, but literally the arrow is in flight, and there's a little
Yeah.
poem being read out loud on
10,
the
9, 8,
stage
7,
right now.
6.
I imagine death
right.
so much it feels like a memory. When's it gonna get me? Is it in that arrow 4 feet ahead of me? Said the kobold.
Okay, Tony, do it.
Am I rolling the die? All right.
Is Mike trying to dive in front of it?
I am
there some
attempting to dive in front of it.
I hope you're good at acrobatics.
Yeah, Maximilian, do you have any mechanical ability in your character that allows you to dive in front of an arrow that's already been shot?
Don't judge me. I have a +3 to acrobatics.
Okay,
Max
but
is
you don't have
nimble.
like an intercept or any kind of magic ability.
I think you'll find that the Olympic event.
My hope is that my shield and my armor will help me when it comes to taking the arrow.
So
that's what I'm going for.
I am going to ask you. This is going to be an extremely hard. Do you want to do acrobatics or athletics?
I want to do. Well, I have +3 to both, so I'll do anything.
Whichever one.
Acrobatics is more impressive.
acrobatics is slightly more graceful. So
Remind me, if there's a P next to it, what does that mean?
It's your proficient. in it.
Proficiency.
So I get my proficiency bonus added to that?
I think
It's in
already
it.
Already added.
Oh, it's already in it? Wow, look
Yep.
at these
It's,
nerds. They
it's
don't know.
probably
Alright.
a bit late to give you some inspiration.
yes, it's a little late.
I can sing a song while the arrow is traveling.
Just do it.
Yeah,
The Ballad
The
of the
Ballad of the Arrow.
Arrow. Oh, I just
Yeah.
said that.
yes. Blath goes to fire an arrow, and Nock starts drumming. He's like, "Oh, let me see how I feel about the first couple verses before I let go." All right, Maximilian Thundercliff is attempting to leap in front of an arrow. This was going to be an extremely hard check to do this kind of stunt. Give me a roll. So, and basically now, by inserting yourself into the equation, Mike, it's your fault if Meepo dies. So thank
Oh
you.
my god! I feel we need a bit of suspense here, a bit like.
Okay, well, I've rolled the dice. So
What is it? Oh, did you do it? Oh.
17 +3 is 20.
All right, I was going to say you needed a 20 or higher, and what did you get? You got a 20. All
You
right.
successfully get hit by an arrow.
Yes.
Wouldn't
No,
it be
so
great?
I was going
I'm
to
so
have to.
excited. It just kills me. Like,
So I
Like
was
hero.
going to. I had not even rolled to see if Meepo was going to get hit yet. You have
Okay.
launched yourself into the arrow. You are trying to get hit by the arrow, correct?
I'm trying to get my shield in front of the arrow.
Trying to
Walkerite's
deflect
the way to
the
say
arrow.
it.
I'm going to roll damage as the arrow lodges into your shoulder.
Okay.
You are going to take 4 piercing damage as
Okay.
you get an arrow to the shoulder intentionally.
Yep.
Surely that deserves inspiration.
That does
Yes.
deserve an inspiration. That was incredibly inspirational.
Yay!
Please keep track of whether you have inspiration or not. I know many of you had it, though some of you burned it last time, which is
I
fine.
got it
It's-
for drinking alcohol.
yes,
Yeah.
that sounds like you, Liz. So
Not Liz.
I like.
We don't know what's in that mug.
Keeper of
Halo.
the inspiration. Like, if there is inspiration to be
I'm
given.
a very sober person who has.
Currently.
What are you drinking there?
yeah,
This is coffee.
Absolutely.
sure.
Oh, okay.
Scottish coffee.
That's Irish coffee.
That's offensive. I suggest that you all roll initiative because the goblins are going to roll initiative. So
Or we would want to be left out.
Goblin fight.
Wait, how did-
Goblin fight.
I've got
Okay.
a giant D20, which I'm going to use.
Ooh, a 10.
Ooh,
Do we put
14.
it into the little doodah?
you should be able to
Right.
reset your little doodah. I put clubs in the initiative order. Clubs represents all goblins.
Not all goblins.
Are the charmed goblins going to turn against us now? We haven't done
That's going to be
anything to
interesting.
the
I'm going
goblins.
to have to ask for some reminders about how charmed they are.
Yeah.
I feel it's cheating that they all get to have the same initiative. They're not the same person. You've given them names.
I'm sure this is in our favor to just have them all go at once and then have
It's mainly just an
10 turns.
efficiency thing, so that I don't
See,
have as many turns
It's
as you
to make it
collectively do.
easier for the TM, and it doesn't help us.
Which is good. We want the DM to have a good time. He
You're all
said,
dead.
trying to
Rocks
ingratiate
fall.
himself.
So,
Don't you understand? It's us versus the DM. That's what I'm
rocks,
doing.
rocks
Dungeons
fall.
and
Have a good
Dragons
afternoon,
about.
everybody. So,
I'm sorry, that was an inside thought that somehow came out.
This whole dungeon could explode at any moment.
any moment. Have you all put in your initiative, or do I need to
Yep.
put them in for people?
Yeah.
Oh, I should roll for
put mine
Meepo,
in.
huh?
Mine went away. There we go.
You have no initiative.
Meepo gets 15. All right, we're good.
In
Good.
Am I supposed to be recording on Zoom?
No.
Okay.
No, just your local. You're using just your local recording, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay. Audio, right? Yeah. Okay.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna let Elle. You got higher than you and tied with the goblins. The goblins just had their surprise, so I'm gonna let you go first.
Oh.
So, El Scorcho, you are the first to react. You're standing in the doorway. You can see... Max, do you want to move yourself because you had to lunge in front of an arrow? I feel like you need to be in a line between Meepo and... Yeah. So, you just saw, Blath freak out that there's a kobold in his midst, and Max lunged and caught an arrow with his shoulder. And you are the next to react.
You're so
So-
dead, Max.
Are we going into battle
I'm
here?
ruined.
Yeah,
I think
they
we've
have
got.
Yeah.
Have we got an opportunity not to go into battle?
I would say
I think this
not
is
really.
it. Really?
So this is basically like it was the act of aggression shooting at Meepo, and now we're all just like
Yes.
ready for action.
No, we can be all like, whoa, guys. Let's
Yeah.
talk.
You can
Oh,
try.
I was just going to attack,
Well,
Club Talks over here. Just take them out.
Yeah, I just like the idea you murder one goblin as a show of strength, and then you're like, whoa, guys, let's talk about this.
murder anyone.
Meanwhile, in the background, Olena murders another. She's just snapping the neck.
We're all peaceful here. No goblins have been hurt in all of this adventure.
Yeah, nobody's been hurt. Well,
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Someone's been hurt.
Yeah, you have a lot
rats.
to answer. Yeah, those
James,
rats
those
are
Those
people
rats
too.
deserved it.
So you may have a lot to answer for when you encounter the next layer of the rat hierarchy. So
Yeah, we'll just burn them to death too. It's fine.
So
We're good. We're good with rats.
so
we
yeah,
wanna-
so Elle,
so
I
you
think
want
it's
me
up
to
to you.
use
You're
my
at the
initiative to chat with them? That's what
yeah.
we're gonna do?
You could try and you could do something.
I don't like being first. This is tricky.
It's a lot of pressure.
I know. I would just kind of stab that guy.
I think you got to ask yourself, what would El Scorcho do? So be true to
Be
yourself.
true to your character.
Can
Yeah.
can I attack him accidentally and then apologize?
I'm not sure
It
the
may-
other three will
I will
like
just
it,
tell you,
or four.
the quality of your apology or the sincerity of your apology may be compromised a little bit, but you can certainly do that.
I like the idea of stabbing somebody. It's like, whoops! Oh, I slept.
Oh, and again.
Accidentally set everyone on
I couldn't
fire.
help myself. I saw action. I just went for it.
Oh gosh, did I do that?
Oh my god!
Oh god, I'm stabbing you again. Why can't I stop?
Who was that? Did you see someone else here?
I was just trying to cut off a stray thread on your coat. Sorry. Instead, I got your heart.
there was a rat on your shoulder.
Yes. So you're thinking of pulling out your scimitar and trying to cut Clumtox in half?
We have
Yeah, a
like
little bit.
5 goblins, 2 of which are our vague acquaintances.
Okay. Which will probably change their mind once they see me impale their friend.
Yeah, as soon as we attack a goblin, all the goblins will want to kill us.
Yeah.
So, the thing is,
But okay, the thing is, they're going next. So
Yeah, but you can-
I feel like
but you-
they're going to try
Let's
and
take
kill
a
us.
couple
anyway.
out and then it'll be fine. Just
But
just
if you
we can get-
if you sell the whole why are you attacking Meepo the Dragon Whisperer, then good. If you don't
Okay.
sell it, we have to kill them.
Okay.
yeah, you can give it a go and then still attack.
Okay, so
If it doesn't
so-
work out,
all right. So let me first try and be like,
the order of that sounds slightly more useful than your other suggested order.
you can start.
That's why we're a
then
team here.
try.
all right, I'm going to be like, whoa, everyone calm down and put away their weapons.
All right, that sounds like a diplomacy check.
Okay.
So I think it's going to be a pretty challenging diplomacy check, but let's see how you do.
Uh-oh. What am I looking at here? I don't seem to have a diplomacy.
Do you not have diplomacy? Am I making up
No.
skills from 4th edition?
Yeah.
I think you are.
Yeah.
I do
Or
not.
maybe I just don't have any
Persuasion?
diplomacy, which is
Persuasion.
Yeah, persuasion.
Persuasion. Sorry,
Okay.
4th edition had a lot more skills. Persuasion was broken into various other things like diplomacy. So
Okay.
you are trying to persuade these goblins to not murder. Right now, they're intent on murdering Meepo. So
Okay.
you're in trying
Meepo is
to.
precious cargo. That's
Yes.
what we need to remember.
All right, so I got a 13 plus 1 on persuasion.
Okay. They hesitate.
Oh, good.
Do you now want to stab?
We can stab them now.
Now attack!
Can I like produce flame and we run through the door, like all of us?
Meepo's pretty far back there.
What about Max?
Meepo's
Max
not
is
going to
also
make it.
somewhat far back.
right.
Also, I'm not even sure which door you meant. So,
All right, so we've paused them, right?
yep,
We're all good with that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, can I take a hostage?
This is not how you should do
That's
diplomacy.
not how
I would-
diplomacy works.
I would like
But
to
no, I
ask-
got the pause, and so now I want to grab Clumtox over there, and I want to hold my knife to his neck and be like, "All right, we need to talk, and no one gets hurt."
Persuasion
all right.
worked. Why do we need to go to aggression now?
I don't understand. So it worked in the end when you said that they hesitated.
They've hesitated.
Yeah,
They
they
don't
want to
hesitate
hear
to-
the nice thing that you're about to say.
So, Tiff, one of the things that I think you can do, Tony, correct me if I'm wrong, is you could ready an action, which is if they do try to attack after thinking about it, then you can basically
Then you
defer
can take
part
a
of your
hostage.
turn. So you don't have
Okay.
to. You could be like,
Yeah, I
okay,
wanna
now
do
I'm going to
that.
wait and see what they do, and if they do this, then I'll do that.
I would like to do that. Yes,
Okay. So
I
if
would
they
like to
are
form a little
aggressive-
truth table about what's going to happen. If then, thank you. That's good.
All right. So it is now the goblins' turn. This is challenging because I think some of the goblins may not be a unified response to this. So Blath, who fired an arrow at Meepo and hit Max, is like, "What is going on? Who are you people?" Now, Clubs and Ox, they have been charmed. Can you remind me what their disposition is due to this magical charm?
They think of us as a friendly acquaintance. It doesn't change their opinion of others, so they are viewing this as a very strange case where this group of friends of theirs is now having arrows shot at them by this other group of friends or coworkers of them.
And
so,
Meepo is treated as a coworker.
Meepo's part of our party, so yeah, I think so.
Okay. Clubs and Ox are going to step toward Meepo and say, you got to get out of here. It's not safe for you. And kind of point Meepo to the south back the way he came.
Let's not try to kill them. They seem lovely.
Well, they're magically charmed by you.
Doesn't matter. Still lovely.
So, you know what? I'm going to say that Blath is less persuaded. I'm going to say Clumtox is standing right next to L, and it's not going to do anything. Napbush is over in the other
Better
room and
not.
does not know what's going on. But Blath is pissed. Blath is going to step forward. He drops his short bow, and he is going to try and stab at Max with a short sword.
Okay.
So,
So much for diplomacy.
well, you know. So it's actually, I guess he's got a little crooked little scimitar that he's stabbing at you with, Max. He got a 17 to hit.
Does not hit.
All right, he clangs off of your shield, and he is scowling and angry, and he's looking at his friends and being like, "What's going on with you people? Fight!" All right, next up is confusingly Meepo.
This is where
This
it all
is where
goes horribly
Meepo
wrong.
turns into
Run,
a dragon.
Meepo, please just run. Please just run. Can we tell him to run?
I don't know what to do for Meepo here. I feel like Meepo has slain a variety of things. I mean, he could just stab one of these goblins, but these goblins are his casual work acquaintances right now.
Yeah, they're not the problem. The problem is the aggressive goblins over
Yeah.
on the other side.
Yeah,
You
don't
know
I still
what?
get to attack somebody?
Meepo is going to. He has his little sling. It's this little kind of strap of leather, and he puts a little pellet into it and swirls it and fires a pellet at Blath.
Okay, I guess we're not. I guess he's not
Meepo!
running. Guess he's not running.
Why would you just want to get Meepo killed?
I feel like this is what Meepo would do. Somebody shot an arrow at Meepo. Meepo's going to fight back. Meepo does 4 damage to Blath.
So now, Tony, we had talked about Elle having readied an action, and
Exactly.
Blath then attacked Max. Does she get to attack?
Yeah, I think L. What was your thing that you had readied? It sounds like probably this gets triggered because at least one of the goblins was aggressive, right?
I had my scimitar ready.
So do you want to stab Clumtox, who did not do
Stabbing
anything
him,
bad?
or are you taking him hostage?
No, I'd like to go after Blath. That would be great.
Okay, but Blath is not next to you. So was it if someone does anything, you're gonna like charge them? Is that what theoretically you need to kind of have it pre-programmed for readying an action? But we're figuring out the
Things
rules,
sort
so
of
I'll let
moved
you-
along before.
Yeah. So Elle, what would you
I
have
feel
done?
like the
You saw
first
that
person
goblin.
the first goblin that had an act of aggression, that I would go after them.
You would go after them. So we'll say you charged. So Blath stepped forward and stabbed Max. You rushed forward and stabbed Blath. Why don't you roll me an attack?
Okay. Let's see. Uh-oh.
Oh god.
Do I have an additional anything for attacking?
Do you have
No?
inspiration?
Oh, yeah, I do. I don't. I rolled a 5. Oh, no, wait, I'm supposed to roll something different.
Are you?
No, you got to
What
roll
am
a
I supposed to roll?
d20.
Yeah, I rolled a 5.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's
You
not
need to
going
add
to
something
hit.
Yeah.
to it. It's not going to get
Not
there,
very
probably.
good. No. Terrible attack. I had good intentions.
Yes, you
Yeah.
had very good intentions.
This is the
Blath-
point where you apologize
It
and you
really-
say, "No,
yeah.
no,
I'm
I wasn't
sorry.
stabbing you."
Blath missed Max and
Look
you
at my
missed Blath.
scimitar.
We're even. We're even.
Yeah.
Two
I
waving of
just want to
things
show
in
you
the
my
air.
sword. It's
Blath
very nice,
sidesteps your scimitar and kind of sneers at you. I think at this point, unfortunately, the game
I think
is
that was
up.
best for everyone.
And Clumtox and Napvush ready their weapons as well.
Yay! Time to kill them all.
Clubs and Ox are in a very precarious situation here because they're basically dealing with a fight between their actual coworkers and people they think of as coworkers.
I think it's worth remembering as well that like these guys were really mean to Clubs and Ox.
It is worth
Yeah.
remembering.
And Clubs and
I
Ices,
just-
by the way, just so we're clear, if we attack them, the charm is off. So we need to
Yes.
leave them alone.
Good
I
reminder.
hope they don't attack.
All right, Nox, our Dragonborn Bard, you are back kind of the furthest from the fray, but you are basically face to face with Napvush, who is escorting you to the leader of the tribe. He's right by a door. You're right up there. Nox, what's going to happen?
I think this has gone too far to avoid violence.
Violence has happened. So,
Not to me.
by definition, it cannot be
I
avoided.
mean, Natvush and I, we're just sort of hanging out. But you said he'd readied a weapon, so
Yes.
you
You
You need to
sowed
take care of
dissension in their ranks and caused confusion such that only 1 out of 5 goblins was violent. So that was, you did things well tactically, but goblin's gonna goblin.
yeah. Okay, well, I'm afraid rapier time. I'm going to attempt
What
to
time is it?
rapier time.
Rapier time.
Oh, I hate the name of that weapon. I wish it was called
Rapier.
anything else.
I didn't choose it.
Would you just prefer? We could just call it needle sword.
There you go, needle sword.
Yes, I'm going
sword
to
time.
needle sword. Napvush.
It sounds so tiny.
Okay. We can workshop this later. Okay. What do I get? I get +4 on that. Hang on. I'm rolling a d20. Is that right? Yes, I am. I get 15. And is
That
the
is a
hit
significant
DC
dice,
modifier?
James.
Do I add that in?
Yes.
Then I have 19.
That is plenty to hit a goblin.
Yay.
James, you have a very significant D20 now. Like it makes a
Yeah.
big sound when you roll.
Yeah,
it
it sounds like you may be bowling over there.
Well, it's more dramatic. I'll use little ones for not so dramatic.
I'm just concerned
rolls.
that it may be damaging whatever surface you're rolling it on.
I've got a little roly thing.
Okay.
Well, then,
Not leaving
we're
little
fine.
triangle indentations as it tramples across it.
So 1d8 plus 2. I get 7 plus 2 is 9.
That is a lot. You slay Napvush. He is gone against the ground with a
We're no
blood-curdling
longer
cry.
surrounded.
Clubs and Ox aren't sure who just died in the adjoining room, but they exchange nervous looks. So, Nox, do you want to do anything else? Or are you good?
What else could I do? Oh, I can do my inspiration without. That's a bonus action, I believe. So I am going to give Max, I think, some.
Do you need to be able to
inspiration.
see the person? Because I don't think you can see Max.
Okay, then.
I think you can see
Velo.
everybody else.
Oh, okay. then L, I think, should get some inspiration.
All right,
Bardic
you now
inspiration.
have Bardic inspiration, which is different
man.
from Dungeon Master inspiration.
And
I
just
might
sing
need
a
that.
little song for you after I've murdered.
What does she get from that?
So you get an advantage, right?
No, it's something slightly different. Hang on, let me check.
Tony, you're not going to jump in with what Bardic Inspiration is?
No, I was gonna let him look it up. I believe it's like +4 to something, to an attack roll.
Do I put that on the sheet over here? Is there a way to?
It's just for it's temporary.
or just in my-
just remember
right,
it.
yeah.
It's temporary.
Okay.
All right, so you gain an inspiration die. For 10 minutes, you can add it to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
And it's a
And you can
D6.
do it
Okay, so you get an extra
an
D6.
extra D6 to modify something that happens, and you can do it after you've rolled, but
before you find
before
out the
knowing
result.
the outcome.
Yeah. So if you rolled kind of a middling roll to do something, L, you could say like, I'm going to use my Bardic Inspiration. You got to say that before I tell you whether it succeeded or not. And
And
then
you
you'd
can probably
roll a
have a good
D6.
guess if you roll
Yes.
4.
Yeah.
a 4. Yeah.
I wouldn't use it if you rolled a 4 because
Could have used that a little while ago, but
a D6 isn't going to get you from a 4 to a success probably. But all right, let's move along. Furion.
Yeah, Furion turns around, sees Blath through the doorway, sees Blath take a swipe at Max and L take a swipe at Blath, and he motions with his hands, and a bolt of fire shoots out. And I'm going to use my inspiration to re-roll that.
Okay, because you rolled a 6.
I
'Cause you rolled a
critical failed. 20.
Okay, that's pretty good. That'll hit a goblin.
And that's 3 damage.
Blath had 3 hit points.
Ooh.
So Blath hits the ground in a pile of incinerated goblin bones.
I
I
loosened
kind
it
of
for you.
thought
It's
that
fine.
these goblins would be tougher than rats.
Yeah,
And Furion
they're
says,
more of a challenge.
Furion says to himself, every death is a data point.
Ooh, I sense a catchphrase.
I will tell you, they are the goblins are a lot harder to hit than rats. They don't have substantially more hit points than. Keep in mind, giant rats, not just rats, giant rats. So they are a lot harder to hit because they have armor and stuff. But you have been rolling well, so it didn't matter. All right, Velo, the less demonic. You are
Hello.
in the storage room. You're kind of clustered around with your friends. There's a dead goblin here. There is a fox here. There are goblins in the other room.
Just a reminder, I can move and then cast. Is that
Absolutely.
right? Okay, I want to move right here.
Okay. You bolt into the room. You see Clumtox off to your left. So that's
I
north.
want to cast a bonfire on this dude. Here.
Okay.
You love a good bonfire.
Yeah, I'm going to bonfire him up, and that is what is it I need to do for that?
I forget. We did this several times last time. and it
I'm
has not
sorry.
stuck with
I'm
me.
sorry. I create a
No, it
spell.
happens.
Hang on. They have to make a dexterity saving throw or take 1d8 fire damage,
All right. I'm just going to draw my little bonfire box as is traditional there.
and the dex is
Dexterity saving throw for a goblin. Oh, he rolled very well. Clumtox does not know what's going on, but he rolls a 20 on his dexterity and nimbly dances about as a fire
Fine.
ignites at his feet.
He's still in that fire though. If he okay, fine. There's still a fire there though. Enjoy your fire,
Okay.
nimble goblin.
We can get
Yeah.
around it later. Have Nox play a little song on his guitar. It'll be magical.
Yeah. Velo, anything else? You good?
What can I do? Anything else?
I don't know.
Yeah, I can't like cast a first level spell for funsies, can I?
No,
I
Do
don't
you have
think
any
so.
bonus actions?
Our first level spells bonus actions.
they're not.
No.
Rarely.
Okay, then I can't do anything else. I am done.
All right. Maximilian Thundercliff, you have been arrowed?
Yes.
And you've been attempted daggered, but the person who did that is dead. There is a goblin corpse near you. There is a not yet on fire goblin nearby, and there are 2 charmed, not charming, but charmed goblin co-workers nearby. Also, Meepo
I
is
think
here.
they're charming.
They're a little charming.
You
With
just-
an arrow in his shoulder, Max doesn't care for diplomacy anymore. So he will charge over to Clumtox, and he will strike at him. Max strikes at him with his battle axe.
All right. I'll tell you,
That
the
is,
armor class of a goblin is 15, which is much higher than a rat.
Max is so mad, he misses. Except for the fact that he has an inspiration point, which I am going to use, because I really want to kill a goblin. 24 against AC.
That will do it.
And 1d8 plus 5. 10 points of damage.
You slay Clumtox. Congratulations, Mike Hurley. Now you're playing Dungeons & Dragons.
Yeah!
You have killed a goblin. 7 hours in, it got real. All right. This presents an interesting situation here, as you have killed the 3 goblins that were visibly hostile to you. We don't yet know how Clubs and Ux will react to this situation, but Elena, you are next.
Yes. I'm not quite sure what to do here.
Have a wee chat with them. Say, hi guys, how you doing?
I
think you should check their pockets.
Saying something.
If diplomacy fails, we can always
Let's come up
burn
to the
them.
wall. What would I tell them?
I would recommend just ordering them back to their posts and saying, we'll take care of this, and just see if they'll go away.
That's not a bad idea. Because we
Yeah.
can't really get them to do much. I feel like the only point that would have been helpful is this situation we were in, and they were not helpful. So
Yeah, and
Well, I
they
mean,
said that they wouldn't come with us through the dungeon.
Right,
Yeah.
because they'll get in trouble if they leave their posts. So that limits their usefulness.
Yep.
Yeah, just you saw nothing.
And this charm lasts for an hour. We can't have been doing this for
it's
more
been
than
minutes.
So we've got time. We've even got time to take a short rest or heal Max or whatever if we needed to do that. But
Remember that a
like
short
that.
rest is an hour.
oh, okay. Well, then we couldn't do that.
Yeah,
I didn't
They would
remember.
wake up and be like, "Oh yeah, those guys."
Oh yeah,
Let's
that's
go
right. But
find
we're gonna
them.
set them. Yeah, but they'd be at their posts, right? So they wouldn't leave. They'd be like, "Oh, well, that was bad, but we're here now, so we'll just stay here."
Jason, how would you? Let's just imagine a scenario. You've been employed as a security guard. In this scenario,
Somebody charms you and goes by, and then you realize
a
it.
wizard has, look, okay,
Say nothing.
maybe my metaphor is a little.
Yeah, how
a little
bad?
weak.
How bad a security guard am I? Would I be like, "Oh, I hope nothing happens there. I'm just going to pretend that didn't happen."
Or
You
you
also
like maybe
saw
I should
all
make
your-
a call. So
Yeah. All right.
But
So
you also saw all your fellow security guards get killed.
so I would
All
say
right.
let's
Also,
see if we
Jason,
can send
Jason,
them.
in this metaphor, you're a goblin security guard.
Oh,
Did I?
in that case, I'm definitely not
changes
raising
everything.
the alarm.
But you met a wizard, and that wizard was named Jason. But they're not you; they're an elf. So
Yeah. Anyway, I think we should just convince them to
Anyway.
go back to their posts and that we'll
Yeah.
take care of it from here.
it is Adina's turn. Adina, I think you got to do what Elena would think the right thing to do is.
Yes. Yes.
So
Ball
So,
bearings.
What? This might be the chance, but Meepo is in there too, and he couldn't get out of the situation if I did that. I was just checking my persuasion, because whatever I say will need to be aided by my persuasion skill. Okay, let's try something. Okay.
Famous words.
Okay. Clubs, Ox. Did you see what happened? We were so peaceful, and that guy just started shooting at us. Oh my god, I got so nervous. The situation just couldn't be helped, but we are friends. We're friends. We have nothing against each other. It's like we didn't provoke anyone. So I think we're good here. Are we good here? Let's try persuasion on this.
thank you. Give yourself a bonus +2 to your persuasion roll for quality of role playing there. So
I was just as nervous as my character.
you sold it. So let's see how you do. Let's see how
Was it-
receptive they are to this
It
ploy.
was a touch extra, but it was good.
I was like, is this persuasion or is it bluff? But I think it's persuade. It sounded more persuady than bluff.
I believed it.
Yeah.
it. So
We all did.
that would be 9 + 5, 14.
14. You know what? I think because they've been charmed by you, Clubs and Ux exchange glances. They both turn around and whistle and walk away. You know what?
job.
Like, they do not want to deal with this.
Too messy.
Nice.
Just want to have their wine.
Yes,
Relax.
it is important. You are behind enemy lines here, in a goblin warren, and there has been the sound of battle. So it is possible that you may have other party guests may arrive very shortly. So, Elle, you are up next.
Wait, Meepo, come over. Jump the fence or the
Meepo
wall.
scampers
come
forward, I
over.
guess.
We need to protect you.
I would appreciate any form of healing.
Yeah.
We had a healing potion-y thing.
I will take the healing potion. Anything.
I don't know if
I am
that's
going
better
to
to
ask
use
you
that.
to continue to move in initiative order.
Yeah.
I think something's going to happen.
That's
that
why
is-
I would, at any
Right?
point, any form of healing would be.
Who has
Right.
the healing potion on them right now?
Who picked that up? I think Jason picked
Jason.
it all up, right?
Yeah.
Jason.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll wait for Furion's turn, and then if nothing happens before then, I'll take that potion.
Because I
if
have
that
another
works.
slot where I could do a healing spell, but if he has the potion,
Yeah, we won't burn
Simple.
a slot
okay.
because we don't know what's happening next.
Okay.
So should we should probably check the doors.
Well,
To see
I
what's
think
back there.
Oh, yeah.
because we're being told to proceed in initiative order, I think behind those doors are not our friends.
Well, it's Elle's turn. Elle gets to decide what Elle is going to do.
Elle doesn't want to decide. All right, let's see. I have pretty high.
You can always, if you want, you can just wait. Waiting is a valid action. You don't lose
I
your
do
turn.
love waiting.
Horrible things may happen to you while you're waiting, but you can wait.
Could I peek behind the door?
Sure. Which door do you want to peek behind?
The one that's in that storeroom. I'd like to check that out because
So you want to run over to where Nox is?
I have pretty okay stealth. I can check
Okay.
what's going on. So would I'd roll 20 and then I would add my stealth to that?
Yeah, do that.
Yeah? Okay. Oh, please be something high. Okay, an 8 plus 3.
All right. So that's like 11.
Yeah.
All right. Here's what I'm going to tell you what you're going to see in a second. So you peek open the door just a little bit. And I'm just going to reveal the map for you. So only Elle has seen this, just remember. Elle, you see a long corridor with some fancy pillars. It actually kind of looks kind of aesthetically similar to that long corridor with where the kobold tribe leader was hanging out. And on the other side of the door, trying to peek through the door, is a goblin. you are eye to eye with a goblin. The goblin is aware of you.
Close the door.
Could I slam the door and put my back to it?
Yes, you can.
Just wait. Or
you
do I
can
get
attack him.
stabby and attack him?
What do you think you'd do?
And so right now I peeked. I pried open the door just a little bit of the
Just a
crack,
little
and
bit.
I'm
You peeked
looking
open the door,
through,
and there's a goblin
and I'm
trying to
eye
peek through.
eye with the
Yeah.
goblin over there.
Yeah.
Sounds
Stab
like
him in the
scimitar
eye.
to the eye.
Yeah,
And I can tell. Can I tell that there's nothing else in the room?
Yeah, you do not see any other goblins in that room. You see a long chamber with a bunch of pillars and many doors to the off of that chamber. So
If you could pull
Okay.
this off, it'd be kind of amazing.
Yeah,
she just
can-
sneaks
So
in,
I would
kills him. Don't
totally
worry
just
about
love to just take this guy out.
Can
All
you
right.
do it with
Yeah.
stealth or something? So it's like
Well,
he doesn't even get
she
the chance
was
to
stealthily
scream.
opening the door a crack.
Oh, you've used it.
Yeah, until the goblins saw her.
Yeah.
The stealth is gone at the point that
So-
they see
Yes.
you.
But in
So
a way
what
that
the
doesn't
goblin-
So I
goblin
feel
goes-
like my first instinct reaction would be I see a goblin and I just attack him.
all
See,
right,
a goblin
roll the
is
Try
attack.
and take him
goblin.
out. All right, let's. Oh boy.
Come
Oh wait, I
on.
also have the modifier, right? If I want to.
You can do
Add
the
that
bardic
after?
inspiration.
Yes,
Yeah,
you've got that
after
stuff.
I roll, I can do
Yeah.
that, right?
Yep.
Yes.
All right, we have an 8 plus my bardic inspiration, so that's
What's your attack modifier already? So you rolled an 8, right?
yes.
And then your
my
scimitar has a plus something, right?
plus the hit
The
one.
hit number.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're up to 13.
Oh, sorry, 3.
Oh, 3. So you're up to 11. 11 is probably not going to hit a goblin based on your past
So yeah,
experiences.
you need
Roll
to
the
roll
d6.
4,
15
5, or
with the
6. You got a
bardic
50-50 chance of.
I got 15 with the bardic inspiration.
So
15.
you have to roll. Oh, so you have to roll a d6 to see what the bardic inspiration is.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Which
It
one's
is-
the 6?
It is a
Regular
Square
D6.
one.
one.
Dice.
Square one. The regular dice is a D6.
Yep, thank you. Oh no, 2. No! I'm the worst at attacking.
You swing your scimitar in the general direction. The goblin is startled by the door being peeked open, and the goblin basically falls backward, managing to avoid the scimitar blow, and kind of like he's like scampering backward on his back and making various noises.
Oh
He suffers
no.
no damage from this fall, because it sounds
think
like you've
that
just
would mean-
inflicted a damage on him.
Yeah, he would be at
I will.
disadvantage,
You know
right,
what?
if he's down.
I'll let you know what. No.
So close.
I feel like Elle
was
thinks
like-
that she's
I
much
was
more
like-
skilled than she really is.
I was like, I don't negotiate with Liz's. It's a dangerous precedent. So
Failed a persuasion check on DM.
Fair.
yes, deeply unfair. So, all right.
Good ideas.
The goblins are next. Which goblins, you ask? Well, there's one right here in front of Elle. That one scrambles to its feet, and he yells. Some of you, I believe, are fluent in goblin, correct?
I'm sorry, everybody.
Max
Yeah,
is.
I am.
Max is. The goblin yells at the top of his little goblin lungs, "Intruders!"
I'm the worst.
He said there's an intruder. Just in case you need to know.
I feel like many of the people figured out from context clues.
Max, it's not smart.
No. And El Scorcho, the goblin is going to stab at you with a scimitar.
Awesome.
The goblin rolled 15 versus your armor class.
All right. I'm sorry. I'm not very quick at where these numbers are.
That's okay.
That's the one in the shield on the sheet.
Okay, 14.
So that beats your armor class. So he stabs at you with his little rusty scimitar, and he will do 3 slashing damage as he catches you in the arm.
That's not so bad.
Well, I mean, you got stabbed by a scimitar by a goblin.
Yeah,
it's
just a
not-
little bit. Just a little.
Not great. Little
Probably
lightly
got
stabbed.
tetanus.
All right.
Tetanus shots.
Maximilian, the door behind you is kicked open by
there's
a
a door.
goblin who rushes you with a scimitar.
Whoops.
No, this is not looking good.
This is going to be, let's see, 17 plus 4 is 21 to hit.
Oh, come on. Okay, yeah, that hits.
I've just
Maximilian, you will take 6 slashing damage.
Hey-o! Okay. Could really do with healing.
Don't worry, I'm gonna help
2 hit
you
points
out.
remaining. 2 of them.
All right.
Only 2 of them.
Meepo, I guess Meepo is looking for direction. Max, what should Meepo do?
I mean, Meepo is so
I
quick
will-
with his
Slingshot.
sling. Wouldn't he not just use it again on another goblin?
All right.
Yeah.
Max, you duck, and Meepo fires a rock through where your head was at the goblin. Oh, wow. Meepo is rolling great. Meepo is going to plunk that goblin in the face for 4 damage.
Yeah, Meepo!
So good.
All right, Nox, you're next.
Okay, where am I?
We've really turned it around here from Meepo no to Meepo yes, so that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, I am. I guess take on. Move to
Oh.
there.
Here, I'm going to move that goblin corpse so you're not standing on top of L.
Yeah, good plan.
Nope.
There you go.
There we go.
Right, I will attack this unnamed goblin with my pointy weapon that I can't remember what we came up with the name for.
Needle sword.
Needle sword.
Yes, my needle sword.
Arr! If you say it in your voice, it sounds more.
I can put on
Damaging.
the thing. Hang on. Let's do this. I made one modification.
Oh, gosh, your eyes glow now?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Nice.
It works better with the light off. Hang on.
There we go.
Right.
Intimidating.
So, no, I can't see a thing.
You can't see out of the mask that you covered the eyes and replaced the eyes with lights? You don't say, James.
The lights are actually under the eyes. so-
Okay.
but they are
I
shining
assume
in
shining
my eyes.
into your eyes directly, therefore stopping
This
you
is
from
why the
seeing.
whole like Iron Man suit with the
Yeah.
lights shining on your face
James,
don't make sense.
the mask is amazing. I am concerned that you may do permanent eye damage to yourself.
But, you know,
And-
for a good
and-
cause.
What is the price of that? So,
Fame.
who is that masked dragon?
Right, okay. So, needle sword, 16 plus 4, 20.
That's plenty. Yep. Roll damage on this unnamed goblin. Just doing its job. Just trying to make his way in the world today.
1d8
Hey, he gave
plus
us away.
2, 6 plus 2, 8.
That you slay this goblin who we never got to learn his name.
Oh wow.
He hits
Just
the
doing his
ground
job.
Surprised
with a
goblin.
slosh. Yeah, surprise goblin. All right, Furion.
All right, Furion is going to move behind Max, hand Max the healing potion,
Thank you.
and attack the goblin.
All right.
14 versus AC is not going to work.
Not going to do it.
All right, that's I think that's I'm going to step back.
All right. Velo, the less demonic, you're up next.
Time for
You're-
fire. I'm going to cast a bonfire on that little goblin dude there.
All right. I'm not going to roll
bonfire, you
dexterity.
say?
So many bonfires.
That seems out of character.
This goblin rolled an 18 to avoid being caught on fire.
I hate him, and I want him to die lots. He needed
That
less.
does seem
Let
to
me
be
see
the-
if I can resolve that
That was
situation
the
for you.
dexterity. It's okay, because he's
Max the
got if
goblin
he
killer.
stays there and attacks Max, he's got to beat that dexterity throw again.
That's
So,
true. You have
All right.
set fire to a chokehold in this dungeon.
Yeah.
How do I resolve healing potions? What is that? What do you do for that?
How big what action is required to do that in 5e? Let me check. So you have a potion of healing. You regain 2d4 plus 2 hit points when you drink this potion. The potion's red liquid glimmers when agitated. Why would you agitate it?
2d4 plus 2.
Yeah.
7. All right, I got 9, so I'm good.
I'm just trying to figure out what action is required to do this.
Surely drinking a potion is a bonus action.
Mine or
That
a
sounds
minor.
like a bonus action.
Yeah. We'll go with that.
I mean,
that
you
sounds
just
really
you
good.
chug it. You're not like savoring it.
No, he doesn't.
Well, this
Max doesn't waste
healing
time.
potion really has legs.
He didn't even unbottle it. He just chewed through the glass. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's no problem.
You take 1d4 broken glass damage.
He's dead now. Okay,
it.
so I'm gonna turn my attention to the unnamed goblin who's trapped in a bonfire that has yet to light, and
Yep.
I'm gonna strike down with my battle axe, and that. Oh my god. I'm a little bit potion drunk. Completely.
Yes. Yeah. It's like you get you drank it really fast. It's like an ice cream headache.
Yep.
Um,
I got a bit of a head rush from the glass breaking and missed.
I think
Yes,
you should
I
change your dice. This set isn't working. out
It's
for
nothing
you.
to do with the dice.
I'm okay.
All right. So that was you. Olena, you're up next. There is, it seems, one goblin remaining in the situation who is threatening your compatriot Maximilian Thundercliff.
I want to use my sneak attack option since one of my mates is next to the
Yep.
guy, which means that I have an extra d6 damage. So
Okay.
let's roll this. I'm gonna use my short bow for this.
Okay. Max Duck.
Well,
Yes.
in my memory, like in my imagination here, Elena takes a running jump, jumps onto Max's back, and just shoots over his shoulder. Because I think that would look good. That's how I think this is going to unfold.
All right. She plants her foot firmly on your arrow wound. Just really to get the leverage.
It's a good foothold. It's perfectly
Yeah.
fine.
Max screams, alerting every goblin in a 100-foot radius.
Actually, I think I'm gonna do that with my needle sword because actually it has more damage.
Needle
and
sword.
and it'll look really good
Yeah.
while doing it. Let me first roll this. Okay,
No.
it's not bad. It's a 13.
Against
13
No,
will
that's not good.
hit a goblin. Do you have anything
have
you can do to
inspiration?
change that?
Did you use with the hit modifier?
Yeah. So that's +5. It's 8 + 5,
Okay.
and everything else that I have with my sneak attack.
Nope.
That's just damage. It's not hit.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's just it does not to hit.
So
Though, actually, with your sneak attack, do you have advantage on the attack or just extra damage? I forget.
I have advantage if they're attacking a mate of mine, and
They are.
someone.
So when you have
Yeah.
advantage, you get to roll twice and take the higher.
roll better.
Yeah, roll higher than 13. No pressure.
Critical hit.
All right.
So we have a 25. I think this gets him good.
Yes, he is dead. Do you want to do the math and discover how dead?
Yeah. No.
Yeah,
no.
do it. You're a rogue.
Okay, let's do it. So then
First off, you I believe you get double damage on whatever your or you get to roll 2 dice for whatever your attack for damage normally would be.
So I have a D8 plus 3, and
so
then
you would roll
another
2d8
D6.
plus 3, I believe. Am I doing it right?
No, the extra one is a D6.
No, this is because you're critical.
Oh,
because you crit,
really?
yes.
I get that.
Yes. Yeah.
This never happened.
This is not. You will kill them on 1 dice roll, but we'll just do them all anyway.
Yeah, this is just how unnecessarily.
We want
this
to
is
see
the
how much he
D8,
explodes.
Yeah.
The 8. I'm rolling the right one. Well, this was a 2 plus 3, 5. And the second one is a 5.
So 10.
I don't add the modifier.
You roll
damage.
the sneak attack twice as well.
Oh my god, this guy will be so dead.
Yes.
I'll be one of those angry people that once he's dead, it's like I really like another 20 times to make sure he's dead. That's a 7 plus 3.
Okay, his ghost just left his body, and you killed that too. There's no more ghost.
So you're the overkill
20
killer.
now?
And now another 5. This is for all of
25.
the guys
Ghost
that
has a ghost
torture us
inside
up
it.
until
You've
this
now killed
point.
that too.
All right, so you did to a goblin that was basically on its last legs. You have separated several parts of him from his torso. And
The
he is-
entire
there's
party
just-
looks on in horror as Olena is dismembering
Yes.
this goblin.
Maximilian,
stabbing.
Max, you just get a splash of goblin blood in your face.
Covered in goblin blood.
Yes, you should have closed your mouth. There's just kind of
It's like, guys,
There's
I
just-
don't know what came over me.
yeah. There's no longer any sight of the goblin. There's just kind of a red mist and it looks like somebody was cooking chili here. And apparently that's
Fire there.
and
so-
that bonfire is there, so it smells not great.
And Furion says, "Biology is so fascinating, don't you think?"
I think there was a bit of chemistry in there as well. Heat plus goblin flesh equals.
All right.
tasty
Elle,
snacks.
we are back around to you. There are
Awesome.
not any. There are no. You don't have line of sight on any goblins. You are still
Which
kind
is
of
not
behind
to
enemy
say there
lines, so I
aren't
think it's
any.
probably important to think about what are you going to do. I would suggest that your ability to take a short rest behind the the goblins have been alerted to your presence.
Clubs and Nux also will be uncharmed if we wait an hour. So we got to keep.
in about 45 minutes.
we gotta keep
so you
moving.
got to decide where are you going, what are you doing.
So-
Probably speed is important.
They said that the dragon was being kept to the north, so if we want to go to the dragon, that's the direction we should go. And I keep feeling
can
like
we-
we should go to the dragon because whether the dragon likes us or not, whether the dragon likes Meepo or not, there's an opportunity there to sow chaos in goblin territory. Because what
Yeah.
we ultimately want to do, I believe, is go down below where they said those
Yes.
adventurers went, and that down below
Yeah.
is down near the throne room. I imagine it's fairly well guarded,
Yeah.
and I just keep thinking sowing chaos in the goblin territory would be
If
good.
we could convince the dragon to be on our side, I think that would be pretty good.
Or just to attack
just
the
release it.
goblins.
Like, just
Someone
whatever. Like,
take a
just
quick
He'll
look
be angry
north
anyway.
because
Yeah, but
there's a-
we don't want to just release it if it's not on our side.
dragons are going to dragon.
It'll be on our side. It's
What
a
are you
dragon.
saying? That's racist.
We've got a dragon here. It'll be fine. Could someone just take a quick look north through that door because there's more of the room here, and it's just right there. Just peek through past the bonfire.
So what I remember from the stream was that the dragon was in the trophy room, which is north from the throne room. It's that's
It was
what
north.
I remember.
The
I'm not
quality of the goblin directions may not have been, they were not giving you
okay.
GPS coordinates as well. They were giving you approximate.
Yeah.
Okay.
They said the down below was by or behind the throne room, and then
Yeah.
north was the direction we got for the dragon.
Okay.
But there is a big chunk of this corridor we can't see.
Yeah, so let's peek. Can we peek?
All right,
so we know what's there.
I'll look
It's-
through the door. I'll look through the door.
Which door are you looking through, Elle?
The north
the-
door over by where the bonfire is.
Or where the bonfire is? Are the bonfires still burning, Velo?
No, it's gone. You can look safely.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me reveal more of the map for you. in a
There might,
second.
yeah, there
Do I
might
need
be
to roll
more
perception
guys.
or something?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. All right. 20 plus
All right.
something else. 2.
That's pretty good. You look down the hall. You can see that there's a hall.
Awesome. The hallway.
Really use that perception really well.
And I will tell you specifically, you notice, so you look to the door to the north, and it's a kind of hallway running east to west. There's another door across the hall from you, leading further north. There's also a hallway, there's a door at the end of the hallway to the west. I will tell you, you rolled a critical perception, right?
Yeah. Can I hear anything?
Yeah, you hear and see a couple things. You hear the sound of, it sounds like goblins kind of arguing about something across the hall from you. I'm also going to say, because you rolled a critical, you notice that the floor
Is lava. No,
of
sorry.
the floor of the hallway looks kind of weird at the end of the hall.
Oh.
See that little,
I
do you
think
see the
we should
square I
follow
drew
the
for you?
weirdness.
Yeah.
That is a big bonfire that I did not make.
So yeah, you notice like the floor doesn't quite line
a
up with
trap.
the walls there. That's weird.
That's some sort of trap, isn't it? There's a trap there.
It could just be
it
poor
would
poor
indicate,
goblin construction. It could
I
just
think
be
it's a trap.
I love the question mark.
so.
All right. I'm going to tell the
Riddler
party.
has been here.
All
So
right.
I hear
So,
some noises
yes.
to the north,
Yeah,
and there
I-
appears to be a trap at the end of the hall. I think Elena should check that out.
All right. So you continue to be exploring behind the hey.
Vandals.
Liz says somebody is spray painting words on my dungeon.
That wasn't me. That was me. I
I think that was Jason.
Yeah.
It looks like a Jason move.
So you have a variety of ways you could explore. Obviously, there's now a series of doors. There's also there is a door over by Meepo that you have not explored. You may wish to rummage through the belongings of these goblins you've just killed, but it seems like you do need to be careful and hasty, or not hasty, but move with haste, lest the goblins
Are
be
we still
alerted
in
to your
initiative order,
presence.
Tony?
Okay, we absolutely loot now. Loot.
I think I'm going to have you move out of initiative order in a second, but I think probably this is a good place to wrap an episode,
Yep.
right? Is
Yeah,
that
we're
what you're
about
to say,
an
Jason?
hour right now.
Yep. See? It's like-
Before we cut this off, can we get Max to listen in to the conversation that we've been hearing?
yeah, we'll start off with that next time. So
Okay.
note to Max to
no,
do that.
we start off with looting next time.
All right.
Okay.
It's true. We should
Everybody,
start with looting.
everybody make a note of what they want to start off with next time.
Looting.
Okay.
Yes. All right. So you have defeated the goblins that you didn't really want to fight to begin with. Several people have been murdered by you, ostensibly the heroes, who seem to go into people's houses and kill them.
Yeah, we're murder
so-
hobos.
Yes, but you have been successful and triumphant, though perhaps have taken some damage. So that's not great. Will the Goblin Warren be your tomb? Will you be triumphant? Will you meet a dragon? The game is literally called Dungeons and Dragons. Do you think you'd meet a dragon? Tune in next time to find out.